cash reserve ratio. CRR is cash reserve. The minimum and maximum limit of CRR is 3% to 15%. 3% to 15%. It is all determined by RBI, and it is the minimum amount of their deposits that has to keep the commercial banks to the Reserve Bank. That is commercial banks. Suppose the total deposits of the commercial banks is 100. Total deposits is 100. Suppose RBI has fixed the CRR at 3%. 3%. So the 3% of the 100 will be what? 3 rupees. 3 rupees. So 3 rupees will be kept in RBI, and the rest of the 97 rupee will be kept with the commercial bank for other financial purposes. So this is CRR. And what is the mechanism of CRR on the economy? Whenever the CRR is increased, whenever the RBI is increased CRR, cash reserve ratio, then it decreases the lending capacity of the commercial banks. Lending capacity of commercial banks decreases because 3 rupee earlier it can use 100 rupees as loans and investment, but now it can only use only 97 rupees as loans and investments to their customers or any individuals. So lending capacity of commercial banks gets down. It will not be able to provide as much loans to the customers, so the cash flow in the economy will go down. Cash flow in the economy will go down. This will decrease the price level in the economy, and that's how inflation will comes down. CRR is used by the RBI to ensure the bank credit expansion, and also it is used to ensure the liquidity rate and inflation rate in the economy. And that's how it is also used by SLR. SLR is same, but it has some differences. I will talk about it. The same mechanism, these same mechanisms also is with SLR, the same mechanism, but the SLR is different from CRR. Like that it is statutory liquidity ratio. Statutory liquidity ratio. Statutory liquidity ratio. So SLR is right now is 18.5% and is often greater than CRR. SLR is often greater than CRR. So SLR is the minimum amount that RBI fixes to keep the commercial banks in their own vault in the form of gold, cash, and government approved securities, that is bonds. And it is often used by government to propel the commercial banks to invest in government securities and treasury bills. What is treasury bills? Treasury bills is the short-term borrowing equipment by the central bank. So, if central banks, it's also used as a government debt management program. Government debt management programs. If the government wants funds, then then the RBI will increase the statutory liquidity ratio. As the statutory liquidity ratio is increased, the commercial banks will keep their funds in the form of gold, cash, government approved security. So the government approved securities will be bought by the commercial banks from the government, and for that it will provide funds to the government, and that's how government manages its government debt management program. This is how government generates funds in the economy, and this is why the statutory liquidity ratio is as important. But if you know, in CRR the commercial banks cannot raise any interest because it is kept in the RBI. But in the case of statutory liquidity ratio, it earns interest rate because it keeps their funds in the form of gold, cash, and government approved securities, and it provides interest rate to the commercial bank. So the CRR effect is much more than the statutory liquidity ratio. Okay, thank you. Now I will talk about what is basis points. You have often seen news where it's very simple, but I should explain this. So let's talk about basis point. What is basis point? Actually, basis point is the increase or decrease in the interest rate. Percentage increase or decrease in the interest rate. Because there is 100 basis point. It is broken into percentage. Suppose there is increase or decrease of 50 basis point. It means that 50 divided by 100 is 0.5% increase in interest rate. So whenever 100 basis point decrease or increase means 1% increase or decrease. So this is basis point. You should be clear on that. Now I will talk about what is LAF. What is LAF? Liquidity adjustment ratio. Liquidity adjustment ratio. It involves two monetary tools, that is repo rate and reverse repo rate. Through these two monetary tools, RBI manages or controls the liquidity in the economy. Through repo rate, I have explained earlier how it manages liquidity in the economy, and through reverse repo rate, how it manages liquidity in the economy. So you can see the videos earlier where I explained these two terms. So through this liquidity adjustment ratio is used. So now I will talk about what is OMO, open market operation. This is very, you have heard in the newspaper, and very important because after 1991 reforms, it is very important. It becomes very important because it is very effective than CRR. And open market operation is nothing but only open market operations. Open market operation does not involve any particular customers or people. It involves with the commercial banks. As you know, I have mentioned in the SLR that commercial banks keeps their funds in the form of government securities. Now, if RBI wants to inject liquidities in the economy, the RBI will buy government securities from commercial banks that was kept in the form of government securities in SLR from commercial banks, and will provide some prices for the security, and that's how they will inject liquidity in the banks, and through banks it will inject liquidity in the economy. Okay, so now RBI will buy government securities, and for the government securities it will provide some funds for prices of the government securities, and that's why it will inject liquidity in the banks, and through banks it will goes to economy. Now, if government wants to squeeze the cash flow in the economy or liquidity from the banks, not what it will do. It will sell the government securities at an attractive prices. Government securities will be sold by the RBI, and commercial banks will buy it. So the most of will be go to RBI, because he will buy government securities at an attractive prices. So most of the funds will go to the RBI. So the commercial banks will not have as much loans as it had. So it will not be able to provide as much loans to their customers. So when the customers will not have as much loans, they will not invest as much in the economy, and that's how the prices and that's how the money supply in the economy will fall and prices will fall. So that was the end of my video. This was some of my knowledge I wanted to share with you. I will come up with another video. For the time being, it is that. And if you like my video, then like and share my video, and also subscribe my channel Leap UPSC. Thank you.